In November 2019, a man stood on stage and promised you a revolutionary electric truck for $39,990. 5 years later, that same man is watching his customers lose $45,000 in value on trucks they paid over $100,000 for, and the company can't give them away fast enough. This is the story of how Tesla's Cybertruck became the fastest depreciating vehicle in automotive history, and what it reveals about the real economics of corporate automation promises. Let me show you the numbers they're not talking about. Right now, if you bought a Cybertruck Foundation Series in early 2024 for $100,000, Tesla's own trade-in calculator values your truck at $65,400. That's a $34,600 loss in less than 18 months. But here's where it gets worse. Doug DeMuro, who runs Cars and Bids, the largest enthusiast car auction platform in America, is watching Cybertrucks sell in the 60s and predicts they'll hit $35,000 within 18 months. That's a $45,000 loss from the original purchase price. A vehicle losing nearly half its value in 3 years. Now you might think that's just the premium early adopter tax. Every new vehicle loses value. But the Cybertruck isn't following normal depreciation curves. Used Cybertrucks are sitting on dealer lots for 75 days on average before selling. In May 2024, that number was 27 days. The price keeps dropping. The days to sell keep climbing. And according to Kevin Roberts at Car Gurus, the sales volume has completely collapsed. Here's what that means in real terms. Tesla has approximately 2,400 unsold Cybertrucks sitting in inventory across America right now, at an average price of $80,000 per truck. That's $200 million in vehicles Tesla can't move. And that's just the visible inventory. Multiple reports confirm Tesla is scaling down Cybertruck production because they physically cannot sell what they're building. Let me take you back to what they promised. When Elon Musk unveiled the Cybertruck in November 2019, he told the world Tesla could deliver this revolutionary vehicle starting at $39,990. Over 1 million people put down reservations. Analysts projected Tesla could sell 500,000 Cybertrucks per year. The company built a production line at Gigafactory, Texas, with capacity for 250,000 units annually. Industry experts estimate that production line cost $1.1 billion. But here's what nobody told you during that presentation. Tesla hadn't figured out how to manufacture this truck profitably at the promised price point. The radical design, the stainless steel panels, the 48-volt electrical system, the steer-by-wire technology. All of it required completely new manufacturing processes that added cost instead of reducing it. Fast forward to November 2023. Tesla finally starts deliveries. The base price? $61,000 for a rear-wheel drive version that won't be available until 2025. The actual trucks being delivered? The Foundation Series at over $100,000. Then the standard all-wheel drive at $80,000. That's double the promised price. For a vehicle with less range than originally claimed, missing features that were promised, and a design that couldn't be sold in Europe because the sharp stainless steel body violates pedestrian safety regulations. Now let me show you how bad the sales collapse really is. In 2024, Tesla's first full year of Cybertruck production, they sold 38,965 units in America. That sounds respectable until you realize they built a factory capable of producing 250,000 per year. They're operating at 15.5% of capacity. But here's the truly damaging data. Look at the quarterly breakdown. Quarter 1, 2,800 units. Quarter 2, 8,755 units. Quarter 3, 16,692 units. Quarter 4, 12,991 units. That's a 22% drop from quarter 3 to quarter 4. Sales aren't plateauing, they're actively collapsing. And this is happening during the holiday season, traditionally the strongest selling period for vehicles. The story gets worse when you look at monthly registrations. In August 2024, Cybertruck registrations were 5,428 units. By September, 4,335. October, 4,039. The trend is unmistakable. Every month, fewer people want this truck. Tesla knows they're in crisis. Here's how you know. In December 2024, Assembly line workers were told to stay home for 3 days. When automotive workers get sent home, it means one thing. Demand has fallen below production capacity and inventory is piling up. Then Tesla started moving Cybertruck workers to the Model Y production line. You don't reassign workers from a successful product. You reassign them from a failing one. But Tesla can't just admit failure and shut down production. Remember that $1.1 billion factory investment? Every Cybertruck they build needs to contribute to paying off that fixed cost. Industry analysis shows each Cybertruck has an estimated gross margin of only $16,000. That means Tesla needs to sell 68,750 trucks just to recover the factory investment. Through all of 2024, they've sold approximately 50,000 units total globally. They're not even close to breaking even. Let me show you what desperation looks like in corporate America. Tesla is now offering free supercharging for life on Foundation Series Cybertrucks. That's worth thousands of dollars in electricity over the vehicle's lifetime, and Tesla is giving it away just to move inventory. They dropped lease prices from $999 per month to $899 per month. They're offering 0% APR financing if you buy the $8,000 full self-driving package. That financing subsidy alone cost Tesla approximately $10,000 per truck in lost interest revenue. These aren't the actions of a successful product. These are the actions of a company trying to stop the bleeding. Now here's where the story reveals something bigger than just one failed truck. When Elon Musk promised you a $40,000 Cybertruck in 2019, he was betting on a specific automation story. The pitch was simple. Revolutionary manufacturing techniques would eliminate 170 stamped metal parts, replacing them with 2 giant die-cast pieces. Stainless steel panels would eliminate the entire paint shop. Robots would do most of the assembly. All of this automation would drive costs down and allow Tesla to sell the truck profitably at $40,000. That was the promise. The automation would make manufacturing so efficient that Tesla could undercut every other truck manufacturer while still making money. Except the opposite happened. Every innovative feature added cost instead of removing it. The specialized stainless steel costs more than traditional stamped steel. The 48-volt electrical system required all new suppliers. The steer-by-wire technology had no established supply chain. The manufacturing automation that was supposed to reduce costs actually increased them. Tesla achieved positive gross margin on the Cybertruck for exactly 1 quarter, Q3 2024. You know why? Because they were still selling the Foundation Series at a $20,000 premium, and they had saved up deliveries of the high-performance Cyberbeast model specifically for that quarter. The moment Tesla had to sell at normal market prices, profitability vanished. This is the pattern we see across every major corporate automation initiative. Initial promises about cost savings and efficiency gains. Massive capital investment in new technology and systems. Then the reality hits. The automated system costs more to build, more to maintain, and doesn't deliver the promised savings. But by then, the company has spent billions of dollars and can't admit failure. So what does this mean for you and your job? When your executives stand up and promise that AI automation will make your company more efficient and reduce costs, remember the Cybertruck. Elon Musk promised automation would deliver a $40,000 truck. Instead, it delivered an $80,000 truck that loses $45,000 in value in 3 years. The automation didn't reduce costs. It multiplied them. Right now, your company is probably implementing AI systems with similar promises. Increased efficiency, reduced overhead, streamlined operations. But here's what they're not telling you. Those AI systems require massive upfront investment. They need constant maintenance and updates. They often require more human oversight than the processes they replaced. And when they don't deliver the promised returns, the company can't just shut them down. They've already spent the money. The Cybertruck reveals the real economics of automation in 2025. It's not about whether the technology works. It's about whether it works at a cost that makes business sense. Tesla can build a Cybertruck. They just can't build one profitably at a price people will pay. Your company can implement AI to automate your role. They just might discover it costs more than keeping you. Here's the final number that tells you everything. Tesla projected they'd sell 250,000 Cybertrucks per year. Through all of 2024, They sold 39,000. That's 15.6% of the projection. When automation delivers at 15% of promised capacity, that's not a technology problem. That's a fundamental miscalculation of what automation can actually achieve at what cost. The Cybertruck was supposed to prove that radical automation could revolutionize manufacturing and deliver unprecedented value to customers. Instead, it proved that automation promises often cost more than they deliver. And the people who believed those promises, the early Cybertruck buyers who paid $100,000, are now watching their investment lose $45,000 in value. That's the real cost of automation hype. Not just the money companies waste on systems that don't work as promised, but the real people who believed the promises and got burned, the workers who lose jobs when automation fails to deliver savings, the customers who pay premium prices for products that can't hold their value, the investors who fund billion-dollar factories that operate at 15% capacity. Elon Musk stood on stage in 2019 and made you a promise. Automation would deliver a revolutionary $40,000 truck. 5 years later, customers are losing $45,000 on trucks that nobody wants to buy. That's not a manufacturing success story. That's a cautionary tale about what happens when automation promises meet economic reality. And it's the same story that's about to play out in your workplace with AI. The question is whether you'll be ready when it does.